Hey everybody, welcome to your Thursday reading. So I have 3 cards for you today. As you can see, you've pulled 2 kings and a cups card. So what we have here is the King of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and then we have the King of Swords. It was pulled last. So this picture might appear a little bit backwards, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter what order they came in, because what I see here is that the 9 of Cups is meant to be in the middle. Now please keep in mind, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, please remember that we all have divine feminine and masculine within us. So these readings are completely gender fluid. So this could be 2 men and 1 woman, like 1 woman between 2 men, or 1 man between 2 women. It does not matter. It does not matter whatsoever, but I do see a love triangle here. So if you found this reading, you may be one person involved in this triangle. I don't know if you're at the center of it. You could be one person that's feeling pulled between 2 people right now. You may be having feelings for both. The 9 of Cups tells me that there are feelings for both, that you may be falling in love with both or already there. And you see the sides of both. You're trying to decide who you should go with. On one hand, you have the ever exciting King of Wands. This man or woman, whoever this person is, the person embodying the energy of the King of Wands is someone who is very lively. They might be impulsive at times. And I don't want to say impulsive in a bad way. They can probably be quick to anger, like maybe have a temper possibly. There are pros and cons to these types of people, as always, as long as their temper is in check. But they may also be very passionate. I want to say they're very passionate, they're very creative, but they're also not one to plan things. They might be very spontaneous, like in the moment. They're going to seize the day. They don't waste any moments, They might just be like, hey, let's just go do something right here, right now. Let's do something crazy. And that might be something that you absolutely love about them. On the other hand, you have this King of Swords. Now this is someone who is very even-tempered. They're very highly intelligent. They think before they speak. They're very careful with their words. Of course, this is also the same person, pros and cons again. When they get angry, they have to be careful, because if they get angry, they might be the type that scream and shout, or they could be the silent type too. They could be the type that shuts down and gets quiet, and depends on how they're communicating. So I don't know if you've gotten to that point with this person yet, but the King of Swords, make sure that they're communicating properly. Make sure they don't say things that they're going to regret. The same goes for you. You don't want to say anything that you're going to regret to them either, because that would be the quickest way to ruin that relationship. But the King of Swords is someone who is very thoughtful. It's thoughts and communication. So you want someone that is going to try to be patient and is going to really think about what they want with you. They're going to think things out. They're going to be thoughtful in their planning and the ideas. They're going to think ahead. They're going to see you as a partner, and they're going to see their life with you. Whereas, the King of Wands is kind of in the moment. We don't know if the King of Wands energy, if that person has thought ahead of if they're going to see you as their partner, their future spouse, or, if you're planning on that, you really have to sit down and talk with this person and be like, you don't really want to stand there and be like, what are we? You need to know where you stand with this person. So you can't be trapped between 2 people forever. You don't want to draw 2 people along, especially if you're falling in love with both. This is not a good thing, because somebody's bound to get hurt. And if you're not careful, it could be you. Because if you're at the center of this and you end up hurting them both, they'll both walk away from you, because they're going to feel like you're not the safe bet, that you're just playing with them. you're going to have to make a choice. I mean, look at this. I chose the background for a reason. I didn't just like the color scheme of it all because it matched the cars, but I also liked how peaceful it was. But look at the waters on both sides. I mean, a little bit different. Blue skies on one side and it's sunny on the other, and you know, it's great. It's very inviting depending on which side you're on, but you're walking this path between the two and you've got to choose, or you're going to get swallowed up. High tide is coming in. And I think that they would like that. I don't know if these two people know about each other, but they could find out. So, it's one thing to date around until you're serious, but getting serious about two people at once is never a good idea. That's one reason I'm not the biggest fan about just dating around. But, I mean, if you're gonna date, like, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket either. So I can appreciate people that want to date around until they really want to get serious with somebody. But at the same time, I feel like it's hard to just date multiple people, because sometimes I've noticed in the past that I've been myself a victim of someone just playing around, and I spent the time to invest in that person and to get to know them. And did they do that for me? No, they didn't. And I got hurt. And I was serious about them. I was willing to get to know them. I was willing to try to be vulnerable and trying to get to know them, and I felt like they didn't give me equal time. I kind of felt like I was thrown to the side, like I was not worth their time. And to make me feel that way, I never gave them a chance again. So I just want to, well, from the other side of it, share with you, those of you going through this, you really need to soul search here. This is the important. Maybe make a list of pros and cons of both, and you need to figure out what you want, or at least make them both aware of where you stand. You need to find out which one is actually serious about you, because you may find out that one isn't. If that King of Wands is just having fun right now, you might enjoy having fun with him. If that's all you want, fine, great, but you're going to have to let go of that King of Swords, because he could easily get serious with you. Somebody's getting feelings here. Because if you're not the one with the Nine of Cups, one of them is. Because if it's not you, it's them. So just be warned that somebody's getting hurt here. So sit down, have those conversations, rip that band-aid off, okay? Because now you've got a love triangle happening, and it's time to break the triangle. There should only be a 2 of Cups going on here. There should not be a 3 of Cups unless you're celebrating something, so unless you're into some type of polyamory or into an alternative type of relationship, this is not how it's supposed to be. If that's what you're into and that's what everybody has acknowledged and accepted willingly, then that's great. But if they don't know about each other and all that, yeah, you might want to make a decision there. It'll blow up in your face if you don't. Just my friendly reminder for the day, guys. But love is there, so decide who you'd like to date and get more serious with, and let the other one go. Who knows, you might get a second chance to come around if you do. And maybe you won't, but either way, the universe is looking out for you here. So good luck with all of that.